When did the rumor
competition,
start?
camaraderie thing.
When did it start that, like, you were at war with Christina Aguilera that first season? Is she a pain in the ass or no?
No. Well, first of all, she's back for 10, season 10. And she's like fucking crushing. She's just like,
what do you mean by crushing?
She's just in a zone. Like I've never seen her like this.
In other words, I know what you're saying. Sometimes, as a judge or whatever they call you on there, if someone gets relaxed enough that their comments and everything are particularly interesting, right? Is that what you mean by crushing it?
No, she's like she's comfortable now. She's had a kid. She's just like there's something her vibe is just good. Like she's in the best place I've ever seen her.
Right.
Which is great, and that's always important because we all go through our shit and we all have to bring that to the show. And like this seems like the kind of golden season and it's Pharrell, Christina, and me and Blake again.
Right.
And it changes up a lot too. I mean, with Gwen's now.
Right.
Do you? Is it weird now being best friends with Blake? Blake just went through a divorce, right? Yeah. Now he's the single. You were the single guy. He was the married guy.
That's a trip to me. I can't even imagine.
And now you're the married guy, which no one can believe. No, everyone is still reeling from this. Who was saying? Jake Gyllenhaal was in here, and he said he knew you in high school, and he goes, "I can't believe Adam's married," and that gives me hope that maybe one day I could actually settle down.
He will.
All these guys who knew you, said there's no fucking way Adam Levine will ever get married.
That's how I felt.
So now you're the married guy, and Blake is a single. The timing was off. You guys should have been single together. You could have really ripped through Hollywood.
We tore it up, huh?
Right? Don't you think?
God,
do you think in a way, and I'm not blaming you for the divorce that Blake went through, but do you think it was hard for Blake to watch you dating these great women?
No.
And you don't think so? You don't think it was kind of like, Jesus Christ, look at the party?
How often were they together?
He hasn't been on the show, right?
Blake's never been on.
You got to get him on the show.
Yeah, but was his wife worried that you were a bad influence on Blake?
She would joke around about that, but I think that it was all totally fun.
I think it's hard for a married guy to hang out with a single guy who's really killing it.
Well,
in the dating department.
I'd be like, I'd be like, hey man, let's go out and hang out, and then she'd be like, oh, you can't be going out with him and hanging out with models and stuff. But she also thinks it's so much crazier than it is. You'd be like, hey man, come hang out at the house. Right. She thinks there's
an orgy
naked
going
people
on.
running around, and it's like this.
Well, when I imagine your life, because you're handsome and you're a rock star, you got all this shit going down, I imagine there's an orgy going on over there.
Yeah, that's nice. That sounds great.
It sounds like it's a lot of fun.
So far from the truth.
Well, now you're married.
Yeah,
married. Yeah, and
awesome.
It is awesome, huh?
Yeah, it's so.
What is
a relief?
It's a relief that you don't have to sit there and put up with somebody new who is going to bring their own set of problems, right?
The thing is, I think, and I'm sure you can attest to this too, is when you marry the right person and you love them the way that I love my wife, everything becomes easier in your life. It's like
things fall into place.
Things fall into place, and you're not also. It's a full-time. When you're single and you're dating and all stuff, you're it's like a full-time job to be thinking about doing that stuff. It's very it's like a heavy. It's like a weird thing where you want to find someone to settle down with, and all this shit going through your head all the time.
There's an excitement in being with somebody new, but there's also a dread that holy shit, I'm letting someone into my life, and they can really fuck me up, right?
Well, and that excitement wears off, and then all of a sudden you're left with, is this really a person I want to be spending time with?
Why did your wife Bahati say that she thought you were a nerd when she met you and wasn't that interested? What's nerdy about a guy who plays guitar?
Did she say that?
Yeah, she said that you...
What the fuck?
Now you're breaking up their marriage.
This is bullshit. I'm out. I don't know. I don't think she didn't say that.
She did. She said, when I first met him,
right.
I thought he was a nerd, but who the hell does she know that...
what, were you in disguise? What the hell were you
that's something I'm supposed to say about myself, and she's supposed to say, no, you're not, you're awesome. I don't know, because I am. I think that maybe whatever idea that she might have had about what I was like was just shattered by how dorky I was.
Yeah, right.
Normal. I don't know.
When